Hi everyone, it's Mark here. So it gets to that time of year, and you need to service your used car. And it's limping on 3 or 4 wheels, and it's not in a great state. And you're thinking to yourself, is this going to cost me a liver, leaving me penniless and destitute? Or alternatively, is it going to be unicorns and rainbows for everyone? Which would be great, right? So let's have a look at that. Now it turns out it's kind of a bit of both. The surface itself is only about $1,000, but they will get you on some parts and labor. Let's walk through this process. We'll start out with some of the positives.
Alright, so the first positive is we get these Porsche glasses. They have kind of a nice cardboard box. Porsche's grandly emblazoned across the box, and Porsche is grandly emblazoned across the glasses. They'd probably cost you like $80 from the Porsche store, which means they're probably about $75 overpriced. You could get them for about $5 from a supermarket, but they do have Porsche on them, so that's a plus. They also have this lovely foam backing. The foam itself is really luxurious and pleasant. They make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Possibly they're there to make up for the fact that the servicing is kind of expensive. That said, the servicing's not extortionate. Okay, so we begin at the Porsche dealership. Now, it's honestly pretty easy to book in. I mean, basically that's how they make their money, right? Partially from servicing. So it's easy to book in, they're rather accommodating. The problem is you have to get up at this unearthly time. So I needed to get the car there for like 7:30. It was painful. But other than that, the servicing process was relatively seamless. They were relatively easy to contact. They were relatively easy to pick up the car from. So that was a great plus. So after you've dropped off the car, you can either get a hire car with some horrible excess, it was like $5,000 excess, or you get the bus back to the city. The bus is a bit painful. Obviously in cities that aren't Sydney, that could be even worse. So you drop off the car, it takes them a couple of days to do the servicing. So let's go through the costs. Now the main cost, of course, is the servicing itself. That was basically $1,000. It seemed like it wasn't terrible value all up. I mean, they had to remove the engine, etc. to try and get access to it. So, I mean, it wasn't terrible in terms of the cost. The other thing, though, is the consumables. So, like the oil change itself was expensive. Brake fluid changes were expensive. Now, I needed to replace one of my tires. Now, originally they wanted to replace both of the back tires. This would be sensible, but being the cheapskate I am, I got them to knock it back to one tire. That cost basically $600. Which, let's face it, for a car like this isn't that bad. So all up, I was basically facing an $1,800 bill for this servicing, which honestly is not terrible when you think about the fact that I got another tire, when you think about the fact that they changed the brake fluid, etc. When you think about the fact that this whole thing comes with roadside assistance for the next year, at least in Australia. Now, the quality of that roadside assistance remains to be seen, but it's certainly there. That's certainly a huge plus. And also, let's not forget the glasses. So basically all up, the servicing of this used Porsche wasn't that terrible. It was significantly less bad than I thought it would be. And basically I've managed to keep both my livers and all my internal organs. So that's a big plus as well. Alright, well, I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's helped to assuage some fears about the terribleness of servicing a used Porsche. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.